So we may do a couple of these live feeds in lieu of some other stuff. I got some stuff going on. I'm trying to find the stand for my phone. Don't seem to see it anywhere. So I had every intention, there it is. There it is. I had every intention of having everything set up and be normal for tomorrow. However, I forgot something important that's happening. Hang on a second, I gotta clean this lens. There's something very important that happens tomorrow that I completely forgot about. No, I just started. Logical. So I wasn't planning on. I completely forgotten about this, even though I talked about it with them. So tomorrow, let me turn these lights off. Hang on. Tomorrow, there's not going to be a live feed because I completely forgot something. I have a friend of mine, boot camp, A school, and my last command. I mean, I've known this guy for almost 30 years, since 1990, 92, 93 time frame. So 20 years I've known this guy. Wow, longer than that. Yeah, 30 years. He's in town tomorrow and we're gonna hang out, and I completely forgot about it. So I'm not doing a live feed tomorrow. We're gonna just do this instead because I'm gonna be busy all day tomorrow. So I have doctor's appointments and stuff in the morning, and yeah, I've known this guy for 30 years. 1992, 93, when we were first stationed together. We went to boot camp and A school together. So it would have been 92 when I went to boot camp. 93, I went to A school, or I left A school. And then I was in Japan from 93 to 2003. No, to 2006. So yeah, I've known this guy a good chunk of my life. We've been really good friends forever. Matt's coming into town. His kid is doing a college tour, university tour. So I may film just some general goofiness of me and Matt together because he is absolutely a goofball. We did the same job in the Navy. And so he's a great guy, and having him here at the house will be a lot of fun. But like I said, his son, his youngest son is going to college, and he's doing a college tour of a campus, a couple places out here in California. And so he's gonna be in Anaheim tomorrow, and then we're just hang out here. So this is the live feed you're gonna get in lieu of that. I did film one video today, but I'm having a hard time with the edit. So I think I'm going to see if you can get them handling some knives. Matt knows a lot about knives. I had this out for a video today. That should be the thumbnail for this. Scratching my head with it. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun having Matt here tomorrow. See how old he got. I know how old I got. I haven't seen him since. Oh, I transferred in 2007. I transferred. He helped me move when I moved houses in 2007. So it would be, Jesus, it's been coming up on fucking 15 years, 16 years since I saw him. I mean, I've seen him since then, but like since we really got a chance to hang out, it's been about 15 years since I really saw. We still stay in touch. I still talk to him pretty regularly. Why does that look so like that lens is so dirty? I'm trying very hard to get that lens clean. So I just thought we would do this and hang out for a little bit. I had a bunch of stuff that I was gonna film today and tomorrow. It's just gonna get sidetracked. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I have some stuff going on with my daughter tomorrow. and then Matt's coming into town in the afternoon. So there's just no chance I'm doing a live feed. Plus, I gotta tell you, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. I got so much going on in my head. I've tried not to talk about it too much. Like I said, we don't know what's going on with me internally. It could be cancer. It could be nothing. We don't know. I was talking with Jared, and he goes, "Oh, you just do this." And we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Just focus on this, and then you can write scripts and stuff like that." And I actually scripted and did everything, but I was like, I can't focus on what's going on. Not that I've ever been. Hang on a second. I'm gonna plug this in. This might be loud. Not that I've ever been afraid of my own mortality. I'm just worried about what'll happen if something happens to me. You know, what happens with my family. And so I've got a lot going on in my head. As soon as I get this diagnostic thing out of the way and it's done, I'll be able to focus a little bit better. I have a lot of ideas of things I want to shoot that are along the lines of what Jared and I were talking about, and they're gonna be more in-depth things if I can swing it. And it's gonna focus on things, not necessarily a change to the content, but how I approach the content. So thumbnails and titles and things like that. The videos will still be, you know, what you're expecting. But yeah, like I said, I've never worried about, like, if I die, that's not a big deal. I've never worried about that. I was in the military. We all, you know, kind of just signed that off. So, but the thing is, like I said, I never ever worried about it until, what was that? Something's up with the chat. This video is, I can't see it. It says this message is held for review. Cancel that. I can't even read what it says. So once we figure out what's going on with the medical stuff, and I see if they're gonna, you know, they'll be able to tell me real quick, like, hey, we're gonna have to take out like 2 feet of your intestines. So we'll get that scheduled. Or they're gonna be like, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. Or they're gonna go in there and they're gonna find it and they'll be like, hey, we got to do it right now. So we don't know. Bad Boy Boots 8 is here. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Memers Anonymous, I don't know what you put up, but it came up and it said, like, I couldn't even read your comment. It says it was being held for review. This message is held for review. I'm trying to see what it says. It won't even let me look at it. So, I see, it's weird what gets flagged and what doesn't. So, yeah. I'm just gonna take, like, if I have videos ready, I have videos ready. I'm not gonna kill myself. So, there's just so much stuff going on right now that, and like I said, with worrying about the medical stuff. But like I said, the cool thing is my buddy Matt's going to be in town. Oh, no, that's not it. The baby puppy's coming. The baby puppy will come in the next couple weeks. I was just letting everybody know that there's no live feed tomorrow. So yeah, Matt's a lot of fun. Like I said, we went to boot camp together. So I've known him since 92, 93-ish, end of 92, beginning of 93. So with him coming into town, I have no interest now. I'm all excited. I completely forgot he was coming. And now I'm all excited. I'm like, I get to see my buddy. It's like one of my best friends ever. One of my best friends ever. We've hung out like virtually for years. And it's one of those deals, like, I've known him for so many years, even though I haven't seen him in well over 10 years. Closer to 15. It's been about 15 years. No, I retired in 09. Last time I saw him would have been in 09. That's when he left and transferred somewhere else. So, and that's when I got medically retired. So about the time I retired from the military in 09 would have been when I saw him. Jesus Christ, that's been 15 years ago. That's more than 15. Holy cow. At any rate, that was the last time I saw him. So, I can't even remember how long this was. I retired April 1st, 2009 from the military. So that would have been about the last time I saw him. So I'm all excited about the fact he's coming to town. I haven't seen him, or last time I saw his son, the kid would have been, Jesus, let's see, his boy that is going to college now probably would have been, it was little last time I saw that kid. And their daughter was just turning 13. She's probably married and got her own kids by now. So yeah, we won't do a live feed tomorrow, but if you guys want to hang out here for a little bit, we'll do some stuff. We're going to talk about what I've got in my pocket. I had to take it out of my pocket because I was absolutely going to get nothing else filmed. I took my Norseman and the Echo out of my pocket so that I could put something else in. And then I got the call. This has become problematic. I carry this a lot too. There's 2 knives you're going to see me carrying most of the time right now, and that's the Civivi Cache and Laconico Echo. It's become a problem. I have a problem with these 2 knives. They are way too good for their own well-being. So I wanted to start this later, but my buddy Tino's coming over here in a little bit too. We got to do a couple things. So yeah, I was like, I did film some stuff. I'm not real happy with it. We'll see how that pans out. You know, I've heard Jared say it too. Jared and I happen all the time. I'll do an entire, I filmed from 7 to noon. And then from noon until maybe a couple minutes ago. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 hours. And then 3 more hours after. So 3 more hours to this afternoon. And I got a sneaking suspicion that when I start the edit, I'm not going to be happy with them. What do you want? What do you want? Huh? What do you want? You want attention? Well, I'm busy. No, like I said, I don't think most of that is gonna. I got to get my reading glasses. I'm having a hard time reading the comments. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for my reading glasses. I don't see them here. I see my sunglasses, but those are not going to help me. One of the bad things about getting old, not only do I have a salt and pepper ball sack, I've got a major problem reading comments on my phone. I didn't realize how bad it had gotten with me not being able to read on my phone until here just a few days ago. I was like, I absolutely have to have my reading glasses all the time, constantly. So I gotta go upstairs. I left my reading glasses up here. Guarantee it. I was up here a little bit ago. I left them on the counter. So, what's everybody got in their pocket? There they are. On the bedstand. What's everybody got in pocket today? Out of curiosity on my part. Somebody said something about a Gavco spiny dogfish. I have not gotten to see one of those yet. I'm interested. I know that will be. Is it, you got the full size or the small one? Because I had the mini. Well, I mean, I only went live 14 minutes ago, and you know how YouTube is. They won't send out notifications on time. There is the medieval armory. I am waiting on a package from Amazon, actually. You have the large frame lock. Nice. I liked the Latvin Mini. It was okay. It was just honestly a little bit small. I did something out of character. That's a script, 3-page script for a video. So that's something I don't do very often, but I wanted to stay on track for that one. Let's see here. I am absolutely looking for something that I should have had in my pocket, but don't. I'm honestly trying to figure out how I'm going to do the final review of this knife. This is that weird magnetic thing that's like a Tonto Zahn with Timascus backspacer clip, millet made. I have seen some of the millet clips. I do like the millet clips. I don't like any millet knives, but I do like the millet clips. I can't say that. I like the millet. Figure out what design it is. It's a good looking knife. It's just not for me. I cannot figure out where I put this knife. Not because I want to carry it. I might have to go back upstairs again. Not because I want to carry it. I'm just supposed to hand it off. No, there it is. This has become a problem. Jared and I were talking together and we were both messing with this knife. I have the full production versions of this knife coming. So keep in mind, if you're looking for the Echo, I did that video. There's links to it in that video. This is, I think, the best knife that... I think this is the best knife CGRB has made. I think it really is. From blade shape to hand feel, the action, the button lock, the flat scales on the steel version. I know there's going to be some changes in the prototype because, like my my prototype has thumb studs. But I have production versions of this coming. Well, it's not like they're going to be gone, Chris, and I've put up links to them so you can always find them. I'm going to do a review of the actual ones coming. I think I have a micarta one coming and a steel one, and they just have, instead of thumb studs, the aperture. I like the thumb studs on this. I was almost bummed, but I do realize that I'd be able to reverse flick it so much better with the aperture. What I do like is I can slow roll it with that. I'll be able to do that with the aperture as well. And the liner lock one that I had that was here absolutely had the hole in the blade instead of the thumb studs. So it's not that big of a departure. But I think I'm gonna let my buddy Tina, I'm gonna go into withdrawals. All joking aside, like, I carry this constantly. I'm gonna have to let my buddy borrow this, or I'm not gonna get stuff. Not that I won't get stuff filmed. I just won't get stuff tested the way I want. Zach Schmidt. Zachary, guess what is out for... Zachary, look what was out for a video today. So if you guys don't know, I couldn't remember who did it until he popped in. Zachary Schmidt, if I remember correctly, was the person that bought me my Bark River North Country EDC 2. And... I just couldn't remember who got it until you popped into the thing. Yeah, I absolutely still have this thing around. It wouldn't go anywhere. But yeah, this is possibly, I'm not gonna lie, I have not updated yet, but I'm gonna say this is on my short list of knives for 2023, like knife of the year. It's just about a perfect mix of everything. It's just about a perfect mix of blade shape, handle thickness, handle width, blade stock thickness, grind, and edge profile. I think it's just about perfect. It is just shy of perfect. The only thing, like, the pocket clip doesn't even move. I might want to save that because I may have to refilm that video. That's the script. I don't do it all the time, but just so you guys know, that's about what a 10-minute video looks like. That is a script for an 8-minute video. Right, intro and outro, probably 10 to 12. But I may have to refilm that. So, yeah, I think I think that Ray just nailed it. And I was talking with Ray Laconico, the designer. I was talking with Ray, and he doesn't like this knife as much as another one that he's working on and has prototypes in. And he's like, I don't like it as much as I like this one. I was like, I love this. And I didn't at first. Like at first glance, when you look at it, it just looks so plain. But like, it's just, even the top flipper, front flipper on it is just about perfect. So we'll see. I like this a lot, and we'll see if anything really changes. But this, I think this I may have to do budget, and well, it's because it's a button lock. If you don't get your finger off the button as it's dropping, you get that. Speaking of Norseman, while we were upstairs, I did grab my Norseman. I got a guy that's asking me if I can sharpen 2 Norsemen from him, and I was like, right now, it's a hard push for me to agree to do anything because I don't know what things are going to look like after Wednesday. Like I said, I go in for that surgical thing, and if they find anything, they are just going to go ahead. Like if they find something they have to take care of, that's just the way it works with it. They told me, they're like, if we get in there and we find something that needs to come out, we're just going to do it. And I was like, all right. I won't even know until I wake up. And they're like, yeah, you're going to be here for a few days. Pocket fixed blade, the next step of that video. So they were supposed to be done quicker together. I did that pocket fixed blade video so that I could talk about this and introduce the Ulti clip. And then I'm going to do a video specifically about the Ulti clip, because this does open up a serious avenue of things that I never would have thought of. Like if all joking aside, if 5 years ago you would have told me that there are many, many days that I would have a fixed blade knife in my pocket, in my front pocket, I would have told you were crazy. I'm like, it just doesn't happen. I had knives that I carried, like the sheath and stuff. I'd drop them in my pocket just to get point A to point B, but that's not how I carried them because they would rattle around. And then I got this Ulti clip. I forget where I got this. Somebody gave me this. I got this Ulti clip, and I started using it on this knife, and then I started putting on other small fixed blades I had, and I was like, this just completely is a game changer, because there is nothing better than being able to carry a fixed blade knife in a pair of track pants. I think because I have made the Sea Snake, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I designed it, I carry it. The Ulti clip on this winds up on here. The soft loops from here wind up on here. Same with all my other small fixed blades. But this is something that I'm just really not burnt out on, but you got to know how much testing I did with these. This is still the original production prototype. This is the first of the production Sea Snakes I carried. It is something that it's just been carried and carried and carried and carried. It needs sharpening. It's dull as shit right now because I do use it a lot. And I'm like, I love it. And it's the small little fixed blade I wanted at the time. And then I got this, and for the things that I do and what I would use it for, this better suits my purpose. This better suits my purpose for self-defense stuff. Can I talk him into doing a Read My Carter version? Not at the moment, because the device I would use to talk to them is currently being used to talk to you. Shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM, and we can talk about it. Zach, are you one of my paying members? You're not. So, okay. If you were one of my members, I would say just shoot me a DM on the Gilded server. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with how filming went today. I just didn't feel it. So, you know, that comes through in a video. We'll see. Ladies love guys in sweatpants. Shiv up the sweats. I wear track pants a lot. I'm not right now. I'm wearing a pair of, well, they're not 511s. I'm wearing a pair of Zero Foxtrot tactical pants. Real similar. I like these because I can test different pocket clips in different pockets. So if you look, the pockets on these have that reinforced lip at the top, and it's nice and flat across. Nice thing about it is instead of being like a pair of jeans where your pocket knife sits at an angle, it sits pretty much straight up and down. So it's a nice flat area there instead of being completely curved. So a lot of times your pocket knife wants to go to the middle. You still have that SOG Forge with your, that's a good knife. So in a pair of jeans, because the pocket is rounded a lot, if you put something in it, it'll slide down. The downside to these are, that's basically, you can only put one knife in these because the pocket comes flat and then goes up real steep. In a pair of jeans, I can put a knife at the front and have it sit there, and I can put one at the back. So I typically change pants several times throughout the day if I'm testing knives. And people are like, you do what? I was like, well, I mean, if I'm testing a knife, I want to know how that pocket clip goes in and out of different kinds of pockets. You know, thicker pockets, how's it do? Thinner pockets, is it good? Some 1620 work pants do that. But the nice thing is there's several other pockets on these pants. So you have this pocket, and then there's a spot for a knife built into, there's a spot on the cargo pocket, the Velcro, because they're cargo pants, the Velcro thigh pocket has got a flat area. Instead of sweeping straight across, it kind of sweeps up, but it's got a flat area that a knife sits in well, and you've got that on both sides. And then there's a pocket right here in the front part of the thigh, right there, that you can drop your phone in or your flashlight. So you could have your flashlight right there and then still have your pocket available for a knife. So they're pretty cool. Pretty cool kind of pants. They do pretty well. They wear really well. They're comfortable. They're not too hot. But they allow me to carry multiple things. And then, like I said, they've got, with those reinforced pockets, you can see if a pocket clip is too tight. I do think that I had said that it was a little too tight, and it's going to be in the video. Yeah, that's the UV arc felt. So I really like the UV arc felt because it puts off just enough light on the UV setting. Here's the problem, Zach. I try not to put up stuff that's not available. I like to put up stuff that's really cool and interesting every once in a while, but I try not to put up stuff that's not available, because then people get all upset. They're like, well, why am I watching this? You can't even buy it anymore. And so, especially with doing a lot of the, I actually have two of the arc felds. I have the green laser and I have the UV. I try not to put up stuff that I can't put up purchase links to. Not just because I want you guys to buy stuff. That's part of it. But the other thing is too, I want you to be, I want to put up stuff that you're able to purchase if you want. So it's that double-edged sword. Is it really cool? Yeah. But is it also that I'm basically like only getting ad revenue from that? Because a lot of people do use my affiliate links, my purchase links. But what I was saying is this arc felt on the UV setting, it's not real bright, but it's just the right bandwidth to have anything that is white fabric or anything illuminate. And so my wife sleeps on the couch a lot because I snore. I've got sleep apnea, so I use a CPAP. Mine isn't like obstructive apnea. Mine is my brain doesn't send the signal to breathe, so I have to have an actual like a ventilator that forces me to breathe if I stop, and it makes a lot of noise. And so between that and the fact that I thrash around at night because I have nightmares, we've just gotten to where like she sleeps on the couch. I'm just gonna get a bed and put it in the spare room so that she doesn't sleep on the couch. She says she's fine. She sleeps on the couch probably 3 days a week, if not more. Just because it's not easy to sleep with me. It really isn't. And it's gotten worse over time. My nightmares get worse from time to time and stuff like that. So And I do. I thrash around. I talk in my sleep. I have the CPAP and I snore. She's like, it's just not. She's like, I don't get a good night's sleep. So she told me last night. She's like, you were loud last night. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, you were loud last night. She's like, you were having some bad dreams. I could tell. And I was like, why? She's like, I could hear you all the way downstairs. Because she was having a hard time sleeping. Plus, she has a bad back. And so she moves around a lot, and I'm a light sleeper, so it wakes me up. So I make a bunch of noise, it doesn't wake me up, but the second she moves, I'm awake. So any little noise, even though I'm fairly deaf, like I wake up like that. So just got a text message. Hang on a second, I got to oh, that's my buddy Matt. No, stop. Message. Sorry. This is why we're not doing a live feed tomorrow, is because he's coming into town. I would dictate it, but then you guys would all have my thing. I'm doing a live feed now because I'm not going to do one tomorrow. Buddy of mine from boot camp, like fucking Jesus, 30 years. Can you believe that? He's coming into town and we're gonna hang out. But so he hasn't been to San Diego since, I think the last time he was in San Diego, it would have been about the time I retired. He came back, he lived in Arizona, he came back to visit, and he hung out for a day, and we took his kids to the pool at my old house. So I probably haven't seen him in it's been at least 10 years since I seen him. So I think I was already working for the Department of Defense when he came back that time. So I might have already been retired, but you're talking 2009 timeframe would have been the last time I seen him. So 2009 to 2013 is 4 years, and then add 10 onto that. And so 13 years since I saw him around about. So I'm pretty excited, in case you couldn't tell. We're a couple of idiots, put us together. Our wives are gonna fucking, they're gonna have a hard time. They're gonna have a hard time tomorrow night. So, and then I think Saturday I'm gonna try and film. And like I said, I'll see what I can salvage. And I have a couple videos I already uploaded to YouTube. I have a couple videos that I've already uploaded to YouTube. I just have not finished thumbnails and tags and stuff. So they're there. But unfortunately, one of them is for a knife that I don't even have here anymore and hasn't launched. It is the video about the CJRB Riff, which I'm not, like, the Echo is probably the best knife that they've made. The Echo probably is the best knife they've made, like their best one so far. But I think the Riff is probably the coolest one they've done. It is very, very tactical. I have another friend. I told Russell, in case you guys didn't hear me when I talked about it in a live feed last night. I sent Russell back all the prototypes, and he was like, "Okay, since we're not doing the thumb stud one at all, you can keep it. Just don't let it go anywhere." And when I'm told I can keep prototypes, they stay here. Because there's nothing worse than seeing a prototype wind up somewhere and somebody's trying to sell it because I gave it to someone or it got done as a giveaway, and they're like, how the fuck did that get out? And so he's like, tell you what, since we're not doing the thumb stud version, you just keep that one. Just don't let it go anywhere. I was like, okay. And I told him I wanted to keep one of the Riffs. And he goes, yeah, okay, like keep whichever one. And I told him I was going to keep the inlaid version of the CJRB Riff. I had the all black one that you're going to see in the video when it goes up, and the one that I had a short that I put up because I was saving that as well. And that version has disappeared. So I had to send him one of the, he's like, I got to have at least, I was like, all right, I'll send you the one that's here, which was the one I was going to keep that they're not going to do. And he goes, okay, that's fine. And he goes, if the black one shows up, just if you want, you can send it back, or if you want, you can keep it. So the last time I remember seeing that Riff, I thought it had fallen down in the love seat, and it didn't. I took the bottom off the love seat. It's not down inside there. It's not anywhere inside that love seat. I had a friend that was transferring to Colorado, and I rode around with him, did a couple things, and I'm pretty sure that the last time I had that riff proto was in his truck. And I think I took it out of my pocket because I had another knife and it was like poking me where I was carrying it. And I put it, you know how you'll sit down and you'll put something like in your lap. And I think I stood up when I got out of his truck and I bet it fell on the floorboards. And Russell was like, well, if he can send it back to you, just keep it. I was like, bro, he was transferring. As a military guy transferring to one of his last commands. I think he has one more command after this. I'm like, he's gonna clean that truck out. That thing's gonna wind up in a fucking dumpster. He's just gonna shovel everything out of those floorboards and throw it in the dumpster. But I did reach out to him. I haven't heard back. Told him, hey, if you find it in your car, please send it my way. So, yeah, that short you guys saw today, I don't have that knife here. But that is absolutely, I think, the coolest looking knife they've done. I'm texting back and forth with my buddy right now. So, Will, I was just telling everybody, Will, this tomorrow's live feed is canceled because one of my friends from boot camp and 2 other commands, boot camp, A school, and then my last command that I was full duty over at MESF at Expeditionary Security Forces. That guy is coming into town tomorrow, and we're just going to hang out tomorrow afternoon. So I'm not even gonna try and do. He was like, well, I'll be there in the afternoon. I was like, well, we'll probably have to be like, I'll probably have to kick you out by about 7:30. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't seen this dude in going on 15 years. Fuck it. I'm tired of revolving my life around my YouTube schedule. There are times I can take time off. I missed stuff for my daughter's skating because I was like, oh, go. Like, I didn't realize it was tonight, but I got a live feed. And I'm not going to do that anymore. If you guys, if I don't get the super chat revenue from it, then I don't get the super chat revenue from it. But that's like, I've got to make these decisions. I may just take that job at the school district. Because this whole YouTube thing is not good for your mental health. It really isn't. Hang on a second, guys. I gotta grab a bottle of water. It is warm outside where I was early because I was outside doing a bunch of stuff. It's warm outside. It's chilly in the garage once you get out of the sun, but I was out in the sun and I may have dehydrated myself a bit. I gotta grab a water. Hang on. So, there is no friends that you will ever have like military friends. It doesn't matter how many years it's been. Well, I'm gonna drink all of it anyway. I don't need that cap. It is a definite different friendship dynamic. Guys, I did put up a video at 2:30 if you happen to miss it. It was about the new knives from Panther. I absolutely recommend this knife. If you haven't seen the video, when we get done from here, go check it out. It's a really, really good knife. I'm really impressed with this. I reached out to him. I have a package coming today from Remet. I have another package coming from Ganzo. Companies are starting to send me stuff, which is cool. So I think that will help with content because as I love Jared for sending me stuff, but the problem I have is I gotta get stuff that's newer. Because the fact is, I feel bad that you guys are watching videos from me that are knives that have been released for a long time, and people are like, well, I don't know what you're doing. That knife's a year old. And I'm like, well, it's the first I've gotten to see it. Companies don't send me stuff. Kubi's gonna start sending me stuff. Remet is sending me stuff. Ganzo's sending me stuff. New knives, I'm on with them. I was like, when are you gonna release something new? Because I'm telling you, this is good. That whole video, like, way too good to be this cheap. It's a $40 knife. This thing's amazing. There's a link to it in that video. It has held up so well. It's got a little bit of a nick in the edge now. I got into something I shouldn't have been doing. I was just trying to see if it would do it, and I got a little chip on it. I was trying to see how the edge would hold up under a zip tie and try and pop it. Like, I slid it up under a zip tie and popped it, and there's just a tiny, tiny, tiny little chip right there that I think I can get out with just a hone and a strop. Don't do that. Don't pry laterally on a knife with a fairly thin edge. It's not a good call. So, And then if they do as good a job on something else as they did on this, I don't even dislike the pocket clip on this. So you should go check out that video. I don't want to give away too much stuff. What do you want? Come here. Come here. What are you gonna do when the puppy gets here? Huh? Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be cool with the puppy? I did some cut testing. Can you see strips of paper? There are little strips of paper everywhere. I thought I got them all, and I did not. Absolutely did not. Other thing. Later today, the Remet Peacock is what's coming. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to put up the actual video. I couldn't do it today because this live feed's gonna burn that notification. So I'll put it up first thing tomorrow. The original emergency fart bag. If you guys follow Purple Heart Barbecue, you might already know. This is Polly's gag gift product that he launched on Amazon. And I think it's just funny enough. And, you know, a kitsch fucking gift product that I think it's going to, I think it's not, I got the black. Gingerfish, I got the black, and I'll tell you why. You're gonna notice that most of the knives on the channel are black. I usually request that. They film a little bit better. There have been a few knives that did come in with blue. Same thing, I talked with Savannah over at Rosecraft Knives is sending me a bunch of knives. And she asked us like, well, what colors do you want? And she's like, we got this. And I was like, black knives matter. And she was like, LOL. And I was like, no, in all honesty, they always film better. Sometimes the colors, when you're filming, regardless what camera you're using, no matter what settings I'm using, the lighting catches them different and they don't ever come through. It's like trying to film anodizing on titanium. The colors never come through quite the way you want, and I've gotten to where I don't like really polished satin blades, really high satin for filming. So if there's an option of a black blade, that's what I told Russell. He goes, well, what version of this do you want? I was like, bro, if you've got a black blade with green micarta, that would be optimal. I know it's not necessarily my favorite configuration, but I absolutely have to think about what's going to film. Like, it's really hard sometimes, like this Companter, when I was filming it, because it has got a very high satin. It's a very fine satin finish on this D2. I'm going to say it's one of the higher grit satin finishes I've seen in a long time. It looks like it's out of focus. I don't know why. It looks like it always looks like when you do that, it always looks like either the lens is dirty or the knife is out of focus. And it's not. It's just because the shinier something is, the harder it is to film, especially with the facets. And, you know, the camera's catching it at one angle. Your eyes catch it at a bunch of different angles, and it absolutely looks, because it's two-dimensional, you're getting all the reflection at one angle. And so it's really hard to film. It's really hard to film things that are anodized. It's really hard to film anything that's polished. It absolutely is. And then when it's, the other thing too is, the more polished something is, the weird reflections you get of, like you can see right there, you get weird reflections of, that is me reflecting, that's the screen reflecting off the knife. And so you get a lot of weird reflections. And so it's just, it becomes problematic. And now that I give a shit about how my videos actually look, it's just something that I try to avoid. But no, like I said, I just thought this would be a fun way to give the announcement. And like I said, I'm not gonna beg you guys to do super chats or anything like that. Fucking, I don't even have my kangaroo flute over here. So I would appreciate if for the next couple weeks, you guys share as many of my videos as you can. I'm not sure how things are panning out. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning, and then I have the actual procedure is on Wednesday next week. So figure there's not gonna be a live feed next week, Wednesday either. Not sure. Would you get out of that suitcase? He loves to lay in an open suitcase. My daughter has her skate stuff in a suitcase, and it's open. And he'll stop if you tell him to get out, but he'll climb up in there and lay inside that open suitcase. So I imagine if I closed it on him one time and just left him in there for a minute, that he'd lose any interest in wanting to climb up in the suitcase. But so yeah, I have a box of stuff coming from one of the paying members that should be here soon. I have a knife coming from Ramette today. Hang a sec. Alexa, where's my package?
From Michael. An item should arrive today between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
An item should arrive today between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. So I should have that, and then I will try to film an unboxing tonight if I can. If not, I'll film it tomorrow before my buddy gets here. So has anybody besides me handled one of these and used one of these new knives compactors? I'm just curious how you guys felt about it. I think it's a pretty good knife. Like I said, that's the video that went up today. Let's see how it's doing. I don't expect it to do great because I did launch this right about... Actually, it's not bad. It's not doing bad. It's a pretty good knife. So, checking my analytics. Tell you guys, stay out of your analytics. It is the New Knives Compactor. It's the video. So if you go find my video that went up at 2:30 today, it says, what's the title of it? I can't remember the title. I know what I put on the thumbnail. It is the title on that is one of the best new budget knives yet. And I wasn't joking. I like this a lot. If you go find that video, there's a purchase link in the video itself. I am pretty impressed. It's got a lot of Elementum stuff. It's got a lot of Elementum-esque items to it, like the way the handle feels and kind of somewhat shape, but then a much nicer blade shape than the Elementum itself. If, in my opinion, it's got a nice broad blade. It's got a nice look to it, and it's hollow ground in D2. And I'm going to say that D2 on this has held up really well, like I said, as far as edge retention, but also it has not rusted, which is out of character for me because I carried this a lot. It's out of character for me to have a knife in D2 that does not rust. It is 79 degrees right now, 79 degrees outside. So in here it's not. It's 68 degrees in my garage. Makes you think of a J Cape. Maybe a little. Very few things I found wrong with this. Very few things. The action is just shy of drop shut. I think if I let this break in a little bit more and clean this up, and listen to it drop into detent. Can you hear it? Listen. It's got a really good detent. I think if I clean this, I think it may need a little bit of a cleanup. Still rock solid. Rock solid. So it's really for a $40 knife. I'm like, I couldn't ask anything more of a $40 knife, especially like fucking 2A Dave saw me the day I unboxed it. I'm like, I don't know. When we were looking at it, and I was like, lockup could be an issue. Lockup is not an issue. I was like, that could be an issue. And I was like, I don't know. Let's see how it cuts. And I started cutting cardboard, and he was like, you need to put that down so you can actually do a... I was like, well, I did an unboxing while he was here, and he was like, you need to put that down so you can actually do first impressions. I was like, you're right. Screams through cardboard. Just the combination of blade shape, blade stock thickness, and that good hollow. It's not a super shallow hollow, not a super thin hollow. It's just really good. And then the finish on the blade lets it just glide through stuff. So all in all, pretty impressed with it. This though, you're gonna get a video about this either tomorrow or Sunday. it is by far, hands down, my favorite Civivi so far. So good. I gotta clean all these knives up when I get done with them so I can send them back to Jared. I don't want to hold on to all of Jared's stuff. I'm gonna try and send him, like, when I get through half of the stuff he sent me, then I'm gonna do it. But I've got stuff, like I said, I've got stuff coming from companies. So what have I got? 4 companies sending me stuff. So that's gonna help with content. And like I said, I get into a slump. I get all upset. I get upset when I can't bring you guys new stuff. So like Jared sends me stuff all the time, and it's not his fault. It's never anything new. He's got to do the new stuff for his channel as well. So I told a couple companies, they're like, would you be willing to like do videos? And I was like, yes, I would absolutely be willing to do videos. However, I need your new stuff. Like, I don't want you sending me a knife that has been on the market for 3 years, because that does my channel no good. Because no one wants to see a video that they saw on 10 other channels. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be like right now, that would be like me coming out and saying, well, finally getting around to doing a review of the cold steel tie light with the Zytel handles. And people were like, motherfucker, they don't even make that anymore. That knife has been, they may still make it, I don't know. Like, why are you just now doing that video? You're making an awful lot of noise for such a small animal. This is on my workbench for a reason. I do like this knife a lot. So I have a couple knives that I owe final reviews on. Problem I have is some of them, it's hard to find out like information on them. And there's been a couple knives that I got and they just launched. And then when I went to do the final review, you can't find them anywhere. Like, you can find them on like their website, maybe. That Viper, that Shield and Knives Viper was one of those. It was one of those ones where I got ready to do the final review video, and like when I get ready to like if you guys wanted to purchase it, I was like trying to find you an affiliate link, and it was really, really hard. I found them on Amazon, but they were buried on Amazon. It took me a good 30 minutes of digging through Amazon.com to find what I was looking for. Am I the only one that's noticed that? Like, it's gotten really hard to find exactly what you're looking for on Amazon. Like, you can type in brand and model and type and color of whatever it is you're looking for. I'm not just talking about just knives. So you'll go in and you'll type in the brand and the model and the color and all the descriptor information, and they'll give you everything except what you're looking for like the first page and a half. And I'm like, well, there's the exact item under the exact name. Like, that's the exact item, exact brand, exact name. And I'm not getting what the fuck I'm looking for. I found that on YouTube too. Like, I'll look for a specific video I know exists, and I can't. If you use my Blade HQ link, it should. I had a couple people do that. Now, here's the thing. I called the company that does my affiliate stuff, because the 20th, I always get paid out. And so on the 20th, I get paid out, right? Well, I had a lot of money there, and I looked at it, I was like, what do you mean I got $89? I should have gotten twice that and then some. And so I called him, I was like, what is this deal? Like, you paid me $89. My threshold is $50. I have to have at least $50 in the account to get paid out. But they only paid me $89. I was like, why do I still have well over $200 in my account? Like, what's the deal? Why am I not getting paid out on my affiliate stuff? Like, if that's going to be the thing, we're going to have a problem, because that's my money, not your money. I did the work on that. Eyeing what? You know what? I have not seen a Gavco design I don't like. I also have not seen a Gavco design I would carry very often. That's why I sold the Gavco out of my collection. So I'm like, let me check and see. I'm gonna ask him. It could be an issue, because if you have an affiliate through this company you get notifications like this company is offline, this company has low funds. I sat on my reading glasses. Can you see how crooked they are? They're real crooked. I sat on my reading glasses and bent the shit out of them. And so I'm like, that could be the issue. That could be the issue, but like that's not my problem. You know what I mean? So let me check and see if things have changed. We did hit the threshold. Coffee Brand Coffee is going to sponsor a giveaway on my channel. Anything that gets purchased on top of that is just icing on the cake. They're like, if you do it again, every time you do it, we'll just keep doing the free giveaway stuff. And I'm like, cool. So if you like the coffee, keep buying it. I just ran out of coffee. I just ran out of their coffee. Got a G10 with the idea of dyeing it. I've never dyed G10. I think my buddy Tino has. I really do. I think he has. So yeah, I remember helping him doing it. He used RIT dye. I think he did red. And somebody was asking about, I will ask Artisan about doing a red micarta sea snake. But that's going to be something that's in the that's going to probably be like a specialty item. You know, the green micarta one that they did is $120. So yeah, those are a bit. I sat on them yesterday. It's going to be a pricier version. So anybody get anything cool? Like I said, I'm hoping a package shows up. I was gonna, if it showed up, I was gonna unbox it. But yeah, I have that Riat Peacock, that Riat Peacock, or I'm sorry, Remet Peacock coming. It looks like a good knife. I'm hoping that it comes out pretty good. So, like I said, I like this one. For as plain as this one is, this is a great knife. This really is. It's got a really good blade shape. Super, super functional blade shape on this. This is that Remet hand feel, and the action on this one as well. Like we were talking about the new knives Companter. This one, since it's got a really light blade, it's nice and smooth, but it's got a very, very comfortable grip. Pretty plain Jane, but they did a really good job on the finish and everything. This one's another one that is ridiculously sharp. Bought the sea snake in the live feed last night too. Cool. The MKM, I have not. I've seen them, but I've never gotten a hand on one. MKM is that Italian brand. They're everything. I've not heard anything really bad about them. There's a lot of those Italian companies that do such a really good job. Viper. I've never had a Viper, a knife made by Viper. Viper in Italy. I've never had a knife made by Viper that I didn't like, that I thought wasn't a quality knife. This had a couple like edge grind issues, mainly that the edge was a little bit blunt, and I laid the angle back on this. Once I did that, it's an absolute it's a nightmare. This thing is terrifying how sharp it is. But never had any issues with any of the Viper. I've never heard anybody complain about the MKM Lion Steel. I don't have a problem with any of the Lion Steel knives. Matter of fact, this one was out for a video earlier today. This is one of my favorite big, beefy bushcraft style knives. And the handles on it are just absolutely gorgeous. This is in Nylox, which is pretty much an analog for N690. And I think it's a little harder. This thing is just amazing how good this one is. That little Bastinelli, the L'Ascension, the one I just showed, this is an N690 Cobalt, the N690 CO. That's one of my favorite steels. It just takes it takes a very interesting, very scary, sharp kind of edge. The kind of edge where you're like, I don't like touching that. Like, even me, I'm like, I don't like touch, that is frightening. So, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. My buddy Tino. Oh, Carl B, what did you miss? Everything. I was just letting everybody know there's no live feed to me. You can go back and watch this from the beginning if you'd like. It's pretty quick at the beginning. Like I said, so if you guys are just joining, I have a friend that I haven't seen in like, at a minimum of 10 or 12 years. And he's gonna be in town tomorrow. I went to boot camp with him, and so he's gonna be in town tomorrow, and we're gonna spend some time hanging out. So I'm just doing a preemptive cancellation of tomorrow's live feed. So I will absolutely pack that stuff up tonight and make it to the post office. I'm taking that stuff with me when I go to the doctor's appointment. The last thing, so I'll tell you what I was looking for. So these knives, I sold a few knives. I sold a few knives because, you know, we had to pay for the wife's car and stuff like that. I sold a few knives, and I was looking really, really hard for the original packaging for the Gavco Collab Mako that I sold. And so I got it dug out, and I found it, and then I thought that I knew where the other one was, which was the original packaging for the Chavez Ultramar that I sold. I keep any knife that costs more than like $200, I keep the original packaging. Because on the chance that I either sell it or trade it, I like the idea, like it's a lot cooler to offer that. Like, this packaging looks pretty much new. It's always cool to have the packaging available to offer that, like, hey, I have the original packaging as well for the item. But Will, I have to admit, I forgot to pack something up in your package that's already packed up. I can always get it to you later. I have the pivot tool for the Microtech. I sold Will my Microtech DOC, original packaging, 2015. I've had that box and everything it came in since 2015. If it's nice packaging and stuff like this, well, it's over, because I'm signing off here in a second. But this one was a little harder to find. No, I'm sorry. This one was a little harder to find. This was in a box underneath the stairs here at the house. I thought for sure that all this stuff was at our storage unit. And so I went over to the storage unit, and I did find some stuff. I found the other package for this, but I found both of these. So I was really happy. So this is a 2015 Gavco Mako collab, and this is the original taco style case that they came in. So this is how all the Fire & Forge knives came packaged. They had the special dog tags made for them. So guys, I do have to go. My buddy Tino's coming over. I'm hanging out with some friends today and stuff like that. And it's strategic. I'm depressed, and I'm not gonna lie. I am scared about what they're gonna find when we do this surgical fucking diagnostic thing they're wanting to do. So not that I'm, like I said, not scared of like my own mortality. It's not that I'm afraid of dying. I'm just like, what happens if I don't make it back from the hospital? What happens to my wife and kid? So it's kind of stressful, and it's just really put a damper on my ability to keep a clear head and film. You know what I mean? So I will see you guys later. My neighbors, their son lives with them. Their son and daughter-in-law, and he just came home, and his mother. The mother is just tearing him a new one in Spanish. So I'm just laughing. He's just got in the car and took off. He's like, fuck this, I've had enough. Like, he just literally pulled in, opened the garage door, pulled his truck in front from work, walked in to the garage, and his mother just started just chewing his ass. And he just got back in the car. He just got in his wife's car and took off. He's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. All right, guys, I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Have fun. Spread the word. No live feed tomorrow. I'm sure I'll do a post. I'm going to do a post of knives that are available now. GP Knives had some new releases and stuff come up, so I'll put up one of those with purchase links. I'm going to put up a video about Polly's new product. I would absolutely appreciate it if you, when I post up the video, go and purchase Polly's product. I'm not making anything on it. But Polly's great, dude. You guys know I love Polly as much as I like to give him a hard time. Go check out Paul's new product over there when I launch the video tomorrow morning. It's just like a minute and a half ad that I did, and it was just a lot of fun. I'll launch that up tomorrow morning if you guys go and purchase them. See if you can buy them out. You're going to get, so he just sent me a sample. You're going to get, I think you get 3 per pack, so you can buy them and give them to people as a gift. So I think there's like 3 or 4 per pack. He said it just made sense for what he had to pay for shipping. It just made sense to do it that way. So guys, I love you all. Take it easy. See you next time. Thanks for not dropping any super chats. I don't have the kangaroo flute. I'll see you later.